Okay, guys, this is my first attempt at going live. I don't know if this is going to work for me. I don't know if anybody interested in talking to me, but here we are. If you got any questions, just ask away and let's have a conversation about the hottest topic in MMA right now, which is did Aspinall quit? The answer is yes, he did quit because, and not only that, he is a cheater. Okay, not Gon. Gon is not the cheater because Gon made a mistake. Gon threw an illegal strike and intentionally he made a mistake. But Aspinall actually could see out of that eye. He could see. Stop telling me only he knows. No, 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 no. You get paid millions of dollars. You have to do what the doctor says, right? If you're under contract, if you are an athlete, you have to listen to what the doctor says, and if the doctor tells you you are a-okay, you should fight. Because this sport that we love to watch is called mixed martial martial arts, okay? Fighting violence. So, yeah, you are not going to exit the octagon the same way you enter. You should assume that risk when you become a fighter. Stop giving me the argument of, yeah, but you can put your health on the line. Only he knows. What if he lost an eye? This is the game. This is violence. This is MMA. If you wanted something more safer, you should have went and became like a lawyer or a doctor. Okay? You should have done that. Not a MMA fighter. So that's just my opinion, man. Um, yeah, I don't buy the thing this opinion that people that have that only he knows and you can't fight with an eye that is damaged and everything. But at the same time, guys, let me ask you something. If the poke happened in the third round and before the poke happening, Gon would have punched him in the same eye, punch not poke, and that eye would have gotten swollen, and then he would have poked him, one of the eyes, the eyes that everybody said that was penetrating knuckle deep, then what would have happened? Because the damage was made by the punches, but he at the same time got poked in the third round. What decision do we take then? Because he can clearly not see anymore, but it wasn't because of the poke. So what would you do then? Yeah, I'm just talking to myself. I got zero people in here. Nobody is in chat, but that's no problem because uh, I'm used to talking to myself. I was a truck driver when I first got to America in 2022. I worked as a truck driver, and when you work as a truck driver, you're alone most of the time, and you just talk to yourself, and that's what I'm doing right now. Just conversating with myself. Man, there's no one here, man. That's crazy. Not even one soul to talk to me about something. I don't know. Nope, no one. Whoa, zero people. There's no one live. Okay. Let me get my phone and I'll be live for 10 minutes. And this, man, the Trent twins are so stupid, bro. The Trent twins are so fucking stupid, bro. They posted a crazy picture, man. What the fuck are they doing, bro? So yeah, what do you guys think about the JDM fight against Islam? Everybody is counting out JDM. Everybody's saying Islam. That's an easy win for Islam. bro. Every time I see Mark Zuckerberg hanging out with fighters, bro, I cringe so bad. Why is this guy all of a sudden like an MMA guy? He was in 2020. He was like the biggest enemy in America. Now all of a sudden, everybody loves him and accepts him because he just got inside of the MMA gym. Now he's doing MMA. Alex Pereira is training with Mark Zuckerberg. They're just being used for PR campaigns. They just don't realize it, bro. Why are fighters so easy? Like not easy, but probably dense. But I don't want to throw like an insult for fighters because I like fighters. I like watching MMA, but they just don't get it, bro. They're just so simple minded and stuff. They really don't get it. It's been 5 minutes and I've been rambling on, talking to myself about whatever topic. Man, this is sad. Whoa, no one. Come on, guys. Come and talk to me, man. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about something. I just posted a new video about Mark Zuckerberg being everywhere. You know what? What's crazy, bro, is that you know, uh, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, the Trump family, Trump himself, and all of these Republicans, they're attending fights now. The UFC became a place where political deals are being made. Don't you guys find that you know annoying? Like what are you doing? Why? I don't know, man. I mean, what's next? Having Bibi Netanyahu um, at an UFC event? What's next? UFC Israel? Come on now. Bro, there's nobody in the chat. Wow, this is the saddest thing ever. Lonely, I am so lonely. I have nobody. I moved to another continent at 22 years old, and now I'm 26, and I am 7,000 miles away from my family, and I live on a continent where I don't have any friends or family, and I am bored out of my mind, and there's not one soul here in the live chat to have a dialogue or a discussion about the sport that I love so much, which is MMA. I think I'm going to get something to eat and then I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. That was Arnold, right? Arnold said that, right? And Connor said that in his post in 2018 when he fought Habib. And that post had like 5 million likes, man. That's crazy. I'll be back. That's aura right there. Right, guys? Come on, there's not one soul that wants to hear what I have to say about MMA. Okay, I've got 1 minute left and then I'm getting out of here because apparently there's nobody in my chat. I just started making YouTube videos 3 days ago, and my first YouTube video already got like 4,000 views, which is nice. And I got a couple of more videos that got over 300 views, which again is amazing. I mean, wow, I thought I'd have like 30 views, 40 views, but you know what the secret is with this YouTube shit, man? You just gotta copy thumbnails, you gotta copy titles and copy ideas and everything. But at the same time, gotta be original. You can just copy everybody's content and do it yourself. But you can start this way. I mean, even though I did not do this, nobody made a video about Aspinall's father being the villain in this whole UFC 321 saga. You know what I mean? I'm the first one. I'm the first crazy. Not I'm the first one that. But SPN MMA did the same thing today. They posted the same thing I posted 2 days ago. I've seen it before everybody else. Nobody else saw what I've seen because nobody else is as smart as I am. Because either you were biased or either you didn't really care that much, I guess. But I can't wait to see Gone whoop Tom Aspinall in the rematch. You know what's going to happen then? You know what's going to happen then? I'll tell you what's going to happen. Everybody will switch up on Aspinall because now half of the MMA community is against him. Maybe not half, maybe like one third of the MMA community turned against him because some people have eyes and some people have brains that work. Other people are biased. Let's put it like this: I think 50% of the people that believe Tom Aspinall's story, um, like 50% of the MMA community, they are all biased. They love Aspinall. They've been cooking and roasting John Jones, and now there's no coming back. You have to ride or die with Tom Aspinall. And yeah, that's half of the community. 20% of the community understands, maybe 30% of the community understands that he played games with the UFC. He faked it. It wasn't that much of an issue. He could see no problem. He could have continued the fight, but he chose not to because he wanted to stick to the UFC. And the 20 percenters are just the idiots who don't get it. Are the idiots who would believe anything at first glance, I guess is the saying. The first, they don't really think things through like that. They just see that, oh, he got penetrated in the eye knuckle deep. Yeah, he must have been a bad eye poke. Good for him that he gave up and quit like a bitch. Good for him. And bro, I've seen people blaming Gon. I've seen people telling, like, making about videos about Gon getting caught, getting fined, and everything. What? Do you have any idea how many unintentional illegal strikes happened in MMA? What are we gonna do now? Cut everybody? Huh? Are we gonna fine everybody that ever threw an illegal knee or an illegal strike? How does that make any sense? It's not Gon's fault that Aspinall acted like that or reacted like that to the eye poke, because any other fighter in that scenario would have fought. Guys, I've seen fighters who could not open their eyes. They got, poked so bad they couldn't even, they were like this with one eye and they still wanted to fight. Usually it's the doctor that says you can't fight anymore. And the fighter that says, yes, I want to fight. And then the doctor says, no, you won't fight. The fight is done. But in this scenario, it was the other way around. Aspinall said, I can fight anymore. I can see. Look, which is crazy. Look, I can see. I can see. Look, he poked me in my eyes. Hey, but I can see. But look, but I can see. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Are we really so stupid, all of us? Yeah, but yeah, anyway, it just pisses me off, man. Because half of the MMA community is in on it. MMA Guru had like a comment on Aspinall's video, the one where his father was lying to everybody, saying that his son can see with one eye and the other eye is like half blind. And he was saying that whoever is, talking smack about the Aspinalls and everything, they should be on their sides because the Aspinall family are the good guys or whatever. But somehow he implied that this is all a work, but very subtle. um, he said that we should all be on his side, but that's like saying, yeah, it is a work, yeah, it is a lie, but you should be on his side either way because it's us versus the UFC and the John Jones and the cheaters and the co-owners and the share owners and the billionaires and everything, and Dana White, right? Which I don't like that, man. Yeah, but if you want to make it about that, okay, tell us that, and maybe we'll understand. But don't lie to us. Don't put, bro. The most idiotic thing I've ever seen in my life. The idiot actually posted a video in the hospital, which clearly you can clearly see. The moment he gets inside the ambulance, he starts reading off his phone. He starts reading off of his phone. He posted that, and people are still thinking that he got poked so bad he's still blind to this day. Guys, how stupid do you have to be to still believe those lies? I can't. I mean, this is one of the biggest divides, I guess, is the word in the MMA community. Either you're biased, so we got three categories of people: biased people, which I understand; people that see through the bullshit, which that's me and some other people; and people that are just low IQ, just they just don't get it, bro. If you tell them something, they'll believe it. If you people that still believe in ghosts, people that still believe in aliens, people that still believe in, like naive people. People who have a low IQ, people who have an IQ on their fucking 100 or something. So yeah, but here I am. Oh, I have somebody. Hey, hello. I've been rambling about Aspinall for the past 16 minutes. You are my first, I guess, viewer. Hello, hello, my friend. I've been here for 16 minutes talking to myself. There was nobody in the chat, and then that's you, Neuras. What's up, my friend? How are you today? What do you think about this whole situation with Aspinall? Do you think that Aspinall faked it? Do you think that it wasn't a fake? Should we cut Gunn out of the UFC? I mean, the UFC should cut Gunn out of the UFC. Should they cut Aspinall because he acted? What is your opinion? Tell me. I've been waiting for you for 17 minutes. I've been talking to myself for 17 minutes. Oh man, this is crazy. Imagine if you just exit the live right now without saying anything. I'll go crazy. I watch your video. I think you are correct. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Which ones? I made a couple of ones. I made like 9 videos in 2 days. But you know what pissed me off the most is the thing that nobody was saying what I said. Everybody was just believing. I think Aspen will find a way out. But what do you? Why is the reason? Do you think he found a way out because Gunn was winning the fight? Do you think he found a way out just to stick it to the UFC and destroy their whole event? Do you think they found a way out just because they knew they had 3 fights on their contract and they knew that they'll get a rematch if they quit and that's 2 fights left? Or which one do you think? It's like a combination of all of these, or is it? I don't know. You tell me. Do they just hate Gunn? Are they going to fight Gunn again? What do you think? Or are they going to be like, yeah, he cheated. We can't fight him anymore. Give us somebody else. Give us Volkov. What do you think? Because I think that's their play. I think they want Volkov. I think they don't want to fight Gun anymore. Yeah, I haven't considered the contract situation. I think maybe I'm putting too much emphasis on the contract stuff. Maybe that's not really. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. But it makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it makes sense as well. I think it's a little bit of everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have the same opinion, man. And I don't know. I don't know if the rematch happens. Something tells me because they were so. How can I say this? They were so obsessed of the idea of a DQ. Probably that's exactly what they wanted. Probably they wanted to beat Gunn with a DQ. You know what I'm saying? They were just waiting for Gunn to cheat so they can get a DQ and then beat him in a DQ instead of beating him like in a real fight. Does that make sense? Maybe that's the reason. See, I just found another reason. I just found another theory because Aspinall's father was saying that they work on his cardio a lot, which that means they expected that Aspinall wasn't going to knock him out like he did with the other people, or maybe he was waiting for him to cheat so they can finish the fight without going the all 5 rounds just through a DQ. Does that make sense? Yeah, man, it makes sense. It does because they knew they weren't gonna be gone. So yeah, bro. Look, wow, that makes sense even more if you really think about it. Maybe I'm just crazy, but it does make sense. It kind of does. They were fishing at a DQ, and then they wouldn't have to fight him anymore. Even though that that really doesn't happen, you know. Even if it's a no contest, even if it's a DQ, you have to fight again, you know. Yeah, even if Gunn make the eye poke intentional Tom look like he didn't want to continue. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's true. He didn't want to continue. And yeah, he was getting whooped. Gunn made him look. I mean, it was such a big difference between them two. Gunn was just on his game, jabbing. I mean, Aspinall caught him with a couple of right hands, but they didn't even. I don't even know if they actually caught him on the chin or it was just they caught him on the glove probably. But the leg kicks were probably landing. Yeah, I mean probably they were literally landing, and the takedown didn't land. And yeah, the damage. I mean, bro, I'm so pissed that that fight didn't continue. You know, do you remember when DC got Ipo versus Stipe? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember his eye looked like this. His eye looked like this. It was crazy. I remember in 2020, I seen the fight, and I remember the post-fight interview with DC, and I've seen his eye like this. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe. Wow. Yeah, Aspinall didn't look great, to be honest. Where are you from? Are you from the UK? Are you from America? Are you from Europe? Are you from Asia? Yeah, he didn't look great, and I always thought that Ghana was going to beat him. Since the 2021, since before Ghana fought Volkov for the first time, Aspinall made like he went to France or something to try to offer a fight to Ghana, and Ghana didn't want to accept it, which puts Ghana in a weird situation. I'm from Mexico. Oh, Viva Mexico! Yeah. So yeah, I was waiting for this fight for years. I was waiting for this fight for 4 years, and I always thought that Gunn was gonna whoop him. I picked Gunn in this fight. I remember making TikToks about it, and everybody calling me crazy. Everybody saying that Aspinall was gonna sub him in the first round. Aspinall was gonna KO him in the first round, and Cyril never got KO'd in his life. What are we doing here, man? Like anyway, from Mexico. Where exactly from Mexico? Man, I've been trying to learn Spanish for a while, man. It just doesn't want to stick to my brain. This language. Mexico City. Nice, nice. What do you think about JDM and Islam? I got I got Islam. I believe Islam is a very good fighter. Yo, yeah, definitely, definitely. And he put some muscle on him now. Is way bigger now. And I think the weight cut is gonna be easy for him. But at the same time, JDM is like 29 or something, 28, and Islam is like 34. But I don't know if the weight difference is going to make a difference. Nah, because Islam is big now. Islam got big, he got buff. He put a lot of muscle. He was talking about creatine in his interview with Bad Okamoto, whatever his name is. So yeah, I can't wait for that fight, man. I live in Houston, I was thinking of going to the fight in New York, but that's a lot of money I have to spend. Maybe not, probably not. But yeah, yeah, I'm with Islam. Hope he wins. If he wins, then we get one of the biggest fights of the decade, which is Islam with Topuria, like the goat versus goat, because these are top two in the last 5 years. Forget about John Jones. Active fighters right now. These are top two. You can put Pereira there as well, but he lost. So he lost to what was his name? Even though he got revenge, what the fuck was it? The fucking Dagestani dude. Anyway, but yeah, we got the best versus the best. This type of fight only happens like every 10 years. It happened with Connor and Habib, and now it will happen with Ilya and Islam. Brother, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. That would be crazy. It would be the best fight ever, man. Don't you think Topuria is a bit small for Islam? Volk was small in the first fight, and the first fight looked pretty good, even though I think Islam won 4-1. He looked good, even though he was small. So I don't think. I mean, Ilya was small for Charles Oliveira as well, you know. And look what happened. I don't know, bro. Ilya got that absolute nuclear bomb, bro. Like, if it touches you, you can't even like you can make a case for Connor because his power was good, but I think it was a little bit overrated because he was TKOing people. But Ilya is just putting people in body bags, man. He destroyed Charles Oliveira. He slept Charles Oliveira bad. When have you ever seen Charles Oliveira go limp like that? I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So if that happened to Charles, but at the same time, man, Islam is a he's smart. His camp is smart. Habib is smart. Today I watched it. Okay, they're smart over there. They know what they're doing. I think Islam is going for a takedown from the first second, or even if it strikes, he'll probably keep it at distance. He'll keep it at range and throw kicks and stuff like that. But that would be a crazy fight, man. That would be one of the biggest fights. That would be that type of fight that you remember where you were when you watched it. Someone like Habib versus Connor. That's Habib versus Connor, number two. You know what I mean? Three fights of Ilya versus Charles versus Holloway versus Volkswagen. Yeah, you roll Volkswagen instead of Volkanovski. Ilya is very good. I think that was a typo or something. Ile is very good, yeah. And also, I don't know about his brother, man. His brother is pretty good as well, but I've seen him in only one fight. I don't understand. You're like 30 already. You're 30 in a smaller division. There you have to fight, man. So sorry, autocorrect. No problem. And you have to fight in that division a lot. I don't know why he's. I mean, he fought in January, and now we're already in November almost. What are you doing? Come on, fight already, man. Alexander something. Like, I think it's his name, and he's pretty good as well, man. I think his defensive boxing is way better than Ilya's, but Ilya's offensive boxing is the best in the history of the sport. I don't want to hear it. Anybody else can say anything. This is the best boxer that UFC have ever seen, ever. That's just my opinion, bro. Man, I've been live for half an hour and I've been talking to myself for 20 minutes, and now you're here and finally I can talk to someone. This is my first live. I really got big plans with this channel. Maybe I can really get it to like a big number of subscribers. But I just started it. Yeah. True. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. And also, man, I told you I don't think that Gon and Aspinall will ever see each other in the octagon. I think that Aspinall is going to play games, and somehow I think that there's going to be like a big drama show with Aspinall in the UFC. I will watch your videos for sure. Thank you. And yeah, there's going to be like a big drama show because I know for a fact Aspinall doesn't want to take part in a fight with Gon now that he saw that he couldn't do anything to Gon. Anything, not even one thing that succeeded in that fight. Other than the leg kicks, he threw some strong leg kicks and the head kick that got blocked. He had nothing. The takedowns weren't working, and that was what Habib advised him before the fight. Habib told him, "Mix it up, always mix it up, striking, wrestling." And that's what he did, and nothing was working. The striking wasn't working, the wrestling wasn't working. I love it. I think the biggest fight Aspinall is going to face is with himself. Okay. Now imagine what he is thinking. Can he recover his aura? I don't know. Nah, bro, he lost a lot of aura. He was considered the baddest man on the planet. If you put anybody on the planet against Aspinall, he would be the winner. Anybody on the planet. And look at him now. He gave up because of a poke. That I don't know. 60% of his aura gone. And if he loses to Gon in the rematch, bro, imagine the pressure that Aspinall had on his shoulders this fight. Everybody was saying that he was gonna beat John Jones and everything like that. Imagine the next fight, the pressure. You know what I mean? Because now it's now or never. Either you win against Gunn or you become the laughing stock of the UFC forever. Everybody will forget what you did in the past and will call you like a fraud and whatever for the rest of your career, bro. That would be crazy if that happens. That's the reason why I think that he is probably not going to fight Gunn, because he knows if he loses, it's over with. The UFC is against him. He'll probably never see a title shot in his life if he loses this fight. And if he loses this fight, then he has like 2 fights left on his contract. And I'm telling you right now, the UFC will drag his career, will try to make him wait as much as possible. They'll destroy his career. That was one of the biggest errors I've ever seen in my life, what he did. Yeah, and now I think that he might be questioning all that in his mind. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree totally. And yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to gain what he had, because UFC is such a, I guess it's such a binary sport. You either you are the winner or you are the loser. There's no in between, unless the fight is like a five round war and like the decision is like a split decision, maybe then, but not even then. Either you're the winner and everybody lose or loves you, or you're the loser and everybody calls you shit and everybody laughs at you and everything. Because look at Gon, he lost in 2 minutes against Jones, but then everybody forgot that he stand for 5 rounds against Ngannou and almost won. Now everybody was talking about Sergey like he was a fraud, like he should have got caught from the UFC because he lost to John Jones in 2 minutes. And now everybody's saying that Gon was better than Aspinall. That's how fragile the UFC MMA community is. They can talk a lot of shit, but when the fight happens, then it's for real, man. And yeah, UFC, man, the MMA is crazy, bro. This sport is crazy, and I love it. I love that part of the sport because this is the only sport where you can be on the top of the world today and tomorrow you're a fraud. You get knocked out in the first minute of the first fight and you're a fraud. Like the guy they got Nazaret or something, the Afghani guy or whatever that looks like Kevin Gastelum, who got knocked the hell out with a leg kick. I thought he died. I thought he fucking died in there, man. And now nobody looks at him like he's a contender or anything. He's gone. It's over with. People felt so bad when they saw that knockout. They couldn't even make memes or laugh because that was so bad. You couldn't even laugh at that knockout. There was nothing funny about. There's something funny about a couple of knockouts. People can find something to laugh about, but there was nothing to laugh about, bro. That was just brutal, brutal. Just he fell like a lifeless body. Like, that's why I'm not a fighter, man. I know how to fight. I trained before, and I was thinking maybe in pursuing a career in MMA. But after seeing people get knocked the hell out like that, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good. Unless you're like an Ilya Topuria, unless you're like Islam Makachev, unless you're very talented, you're just gonna be like Connor said. You're just gonna be a filler. You're just gonna be on somebody's highlight reel. So yeah. Brother, thank you for being in my live stream for this much, for this long, and I think I'll get out of here. And thank you very much, my friend. Let me subscribe to your channel. How do I do this? I just subscribed to your channel, brother. Thank you for being here with me, and have a nice day. Uh, Buenos dias, or something. You too, my friend.